Good morning, students. Today we are continuing unit number 1, diversity of living world, in which chapter 1, living world. In this chapter, living world, viruses we are already discussing. So today's class we are going to continue structure of tobacco mosaic virus in detail. So structure of tobacco mosaic virus now we are seeing in the screen. Let us continue. Good morning, students. Welcome back to the class. Today's botany class, in which we are going to continue chapter 1, living world. In this chapter we started viruses. Today's class especially we are going to see structure of tobacco mosaic virus, also called as TMV. So in this class we are going to see structure of tobacco mosaic virus. Tobacco mosaic virus or TMV. In the year 1892, an Russian biologist called Trimidi Ivanovsky, from the infected tobacco leaves, he first isolated the virus. He named the virus as tobacco mosaic virus. Mosaic is a type of pattern forming different colors on the leaf: green, yellow, brown, purple, red, like that. Trimidi Ivanovsky, he discovered the tobacco mosaic virus from the infected leaves of tobacco plant. Viruses infect healthy plants through by vectors. The vectors may be moths, aphids, caterpillars, locusts, even some grasshoppers also. So virus is generally transmitted through by the vectors. Vectors are carriers. The first visible symptom of the tobacco mosaic virus when they infects the leaf of tobacco plant is discoloration. Naturally, the color of the leaf is green. Due to the virus infection, it become distort. The color become modified. Discoloration of leaf along with the veins shows typical yellow-green mottling, which is form a mosaic pattern. The downward curling and the distortion of young leaves, apical leaves, occurs. The plant shows stunt and the yield is affected. So what are the symptoms? Discoloration of the leaf color along with the veins shows typical yellow-green mottling like mosaic pattern. Next symptom, downward curling of leaf. This is the tobacco mosaic virus you are seeing. Okay, so curling and distortion of young apical leaves, the plant become stunned, that means reducing growth. Due to that, the yield will be affected. Let us see the structure of tobacco mosaic virus. Tobacco mosaic virus, it is not visible under the compound microscope, it can be seen only under the electron microscope. I'll show the electron microscope pictures. This is the computer stimulated structure of tobacco mosaic virus. This is actually the structure of tobacco mosaic virus. Can you identify it is a virus? We cannot. It is a transmission electron microscope photograph. In this picture, you can see the TMV is a rod shaped structure. Of course, it is a cylindrical or rod shaped structure because it is naturally helical in nature. Structure of tobacco mosaic virus. This is the simplest structure. The viruses which contain central nucleic acid core is made up of RNA. It's a single stranded RNA. The RNA is surrounded outside by capsid. It is nothing but protein coat. The capsid is made up of many subunits called capsomeres. Okay, so it's very easy to understand its structure, very easy to recognize its structure. So TMV is a rod shaped helical virus. Its size measured about 300 into 20 nanometer. Okay, the whole molecular weight is about 39 into 10 to the power of 6 daltons. Dalton is a unit to measure the molecule which are very less in weight, especially proteins. Virion. Virion means the infective viral particle is called virion. Virion is made up of two constituents. You can see the two constituents. One is called RNA and another one is called its capsid. Okay, you are seeing a protein molecule, single protein molecule over here. It is visible to you. Okay, but you cannot see in the electron microscope structure. So the virion is made up of two constituents or two components. One is called the protein coat called a capsid, and another one is called nucleic acid core or nucleic acid. The protein coat of the virus is made up of identical protein subunits, around 2130 identical protein subunits are there. The protein subunits of the capsid known as capsomeres. Okay, you can see the capsomeres. The yellow color structure which you are seeing, that is called capsomere. Capsomere which surrounds or which wound around the central single stranded RNA molecule. You can see the RNA molecule. The RNA molecule is well packed at the center. Externally it is surrounded by capsids. The genetic information of the virus is RNA, or the genome of the virus is called RNA. The genetic information of the viruses for the formation of complete TMA particle contain its RNA. The RNA consists of 6,500 nucleotides. So the total number of nucleotides in the RNA of virus is called, I'm sorry, it is not 600, it is 6,500 nucleotide. So very simplest structure you can practice easily. So I am concluding, TMV is a rod shaped helical virus. Its size is about 300 to 20 nanometer. Its genetic material is called a single stranded RNA molecule. The virion or infective particle which contain two components, nucleic acid which is surrounded by protein coat called capsid. The capsid made up of protein subunits called capsomere. There are 2130 identical protein subunits are there. The central core of the virus is called RNA, surrounded by capsid. The RNA of virus which contains 6,500 nucleotides. Okay, children. So you can practice this diagram in your classwork note. Now we will move to the next question.